Hello, light workers, star seeds, star family, Alpine Ascension, and today I want to talk about the new Earth, ascending to the new Earth. So, what the new Earth is the end game of what we're headed to in this transition. It is a focal point of the evolution of the Earth, is where we are headed to in the golden age of Christ consciousness. And as light workers, we're here to embody that energy. We're here to embody the energy of the new Earth. We're here to tap into the fifth dimension and higher and transcend this physical world of duality. We're here to integrate this light and this energy of the new Earth into this existence. We're here to be transmitters of light. We're here to be transmitters of frequency and love, holding that space of unconditional love and transmuting it into this third dimensional matrix. The new Earth is not something or somewhere that's out there. It is a dimension that you can tap into here in this moment by tuning into the present moment. New Earth is what we are headed into as a whole collective, but on an individual level, we can tap into this energy. We can tap into this light by meditating, by going within. And right now, we're at a choice point where we're choosing what path we're going to be headed on during this shift. And the people who are taking the jab, the injection, they're making their choice. They're playing out their divine purpose of what their soul came here to do. And we can't judge them. We can only take care of ourselves, even though it's hard. Because those of us who are aware know what is going on with these things that are playing out. We know what's going on. We're aware. And it's hard to see our loved ones, our friends, going through this. But what you need to know is not everybody is making it to the new Earth. Not everybody is ascending into the higher dimensions. Not everybody is going to experience what it is to be living in the golden age of Christ consciousness. And during this transition, there's going to be a lot of people that pass on, a lot of people that exit this reality. And that's not something to be afraid of. Or the way we look at death, we look at it in such a limiting way, because all death is we're moving from one form to another. We're exiting this human body. This is all it is. It's a vehicle. It's a car that we're using to be in this reality. You know, all these things that we're going to go through, these cataclysms, this solar flash, this event, and all the things that are leading up to it. We're seeing the playing out of all these old programs and patterns. This is playing out. This is we're at the exit point where all of these shadows, all of this darkness, the darkness is kicking and screaming. It's like a toddler that's kicking and screaming and fighting because it is at its last stand. This is the end of the cabal. This is the end of the demonic and reptilian energies on this planet. This is the end of the Draco in our solar system. With us going through the shift, with these higher energies coming into our solar system, they can't be vibrationally attuned to it. So they're holding on, and sorry to say this, but it's going to get worse before it gets better. We're going to see a lot of shit within the next few years. We're going to experience a lot of chaos. A lot of darkness is going to come to the surface. And we have to hold on, because this is the worst of it. It only gets better after we go through all of this. Then we're at the precipice of a golden age. But to be able to experience this golden age, this age of Christ consciousness, we have to be attuned to it vibrationally. We have to go within and meditate and hold light and love. Hold the energy of light and love, and not live in fear. Not live in a dimension where we have to be afraid of what is going to happen, of being in the future. We have to be in this present moment and look at it from a higher point of view. Look at it that this is all a game. This is all a play. And all the people in your life, all the things that are happening, it's all part of this drama, this soap opera that's playing out. And it is an experience. We're taking all this back to the Creator. It's a play of forms. It's a game, and there's lead characters in this game, and it's beautiful because it's free will. And there's so many different choices and timelines that can happen, and all eyes are on Earth right now. This is a bigger show than Game of Thrones. Of all these big fucking shows, it ain't shit compared to what's going on planet Earth right now. Everybody's watching this shit. It's the great shift, the great awakening, the coming of Christ consciousness onto this earth plane. And not everybody is meant to experience the golden age. But us light workers, us star seeds, the ones who are awake and aware, we have to be an example for others. We're not here to conform people. We're not here to conform people to our ways of thinking. Those people who are meant to awaken are going to be coming to you and asking you. They're going to be asking you questions. They're going to be curious about what's happening, about your way of thinking. Like, why are you so happy while all this bullshit is going on? Why are you in such a state of peace? You know, they're going to be coming to you, asking you for guidance. Those people who aren't are not going to care about spiritual stuff. And that's okay. That's their journey. We're all on a journey. And if we don't get it this time, that's the thing. We go through thousands and thousands of lifetimes. And what is happening on this earth is we're at an end of a cycle. In the law of one, they call this the harvest, which is a graduation into the fourth density from the third density. And the people who don't graduate are going to exit this reality. They're going to exit and incarnate on another planet, and that's okay. That's their choice. And if they're not ready to graduate, there's nothing wrong with that. It's all karma, and karma is not to punish you. There's no judgment. In this universe, we live in a loving universe, and the Creator is love. It loves each and every one of us. There's no such thing as hell. We create our own hell and our own heaven because we're powerful creator beings. And there's no judgment. Everybody is on their own experience. We're not here to conform others to our way of being. They're going to play out their drama. They're going to play out their karma. And as this shift happens, they might pass on, or they might be taken to another planet where they can play out these old cycles and go upon their mission of learning, and eventually they'll get it. There's no such thing as time, so we have as much time as we need to learn the lessons that we're here to learn, to go through the experiences we're meant to experience. And it's all on our own time. And it's beautiful because us old souls, us light workers, we've already been through these cycles. We've already been through this third dimensional cycle. We're here coming from the higher dimensions to assist in this shift. And I just did a QHHT session on a wonderful woman who is also a practitioner 2 days ago, and it was so powerful just being in that energy of the higher self, the subconscious coming through. And there was so much amazing information that came through about the new earth and what we're moving into. And after the lifetime, she went to a lifetime in Egypt where she was a priestess in the temple of Isis. And then after that lifetime, I moved her to another lifetime, and she went to where she was hovering over the earth in a craft with other beings, and they were part of this galactic confederation. And they said that they have aspects of themselves incarnated onto the earth. And there's so many of these beings that are part of this galactic confederation that are assisting on Earth from the higher dimensions and incarnating in this physical plane, in this physical reality. And they're higher density beings. Some of them are light beings. Some of them are human beings or humanoid beings that are on a higher vibration, that they've already went through the shift. And they're assisting us. They are our cosmic cousins. And as we move into this new earth, as we go through this shift, and once we go through this event, our cosmic cousins are going to come down and help us through this transition. The ones of us who are awakened, they're going to come to us and they're going to help us. They're going to give us technologies. They're going to help us awaken our gifts. And we're going to eventually, in a matter of hundreds of thousands of years, we're going to live in a Star Trek society where we're going to be able to travel to different dimensions and different planets and help them out. And we're moving into this. We're moving into this wonderful future. And Jesus, why I love, even a lot of people have hate about Jesus and religion. Jesus, he was an embodiment of that higher awareness of the new earth. And he said, as I do these things, so shall you, and greater. So the kingdom of heaven is within you. And Jesus, he was seated here by galactic beings. In the Bible is Archangel Gabriel, but these are higher dimensional beings that don't come from Earth. And Mary, she was picked because she had genes from ancient Lyra, from the colonies of ancient Lyra, and they implanted this pregnancy onto her. And Jesus, his genes were already upgraded when he came in. With everything that's been going on with the manipulation of genetics upon this earth, it's been manipulated to where our gifts have been silenced. Our gifts have been turned off. Our powers that are part of our birthright have been turned off. And we've been manipulated to be in this lower vibration. But Jesus, he transcended that. His name was Yeshua ben Joseph. Yeshua, son of Joseph. And then he went through this phase where he was where he said, I am the Son of Man. And then he said, I am God. And he embodied that Christ consciousness of oneness. And people couldn't understand that when he was saying, I am the light, I am the way. That was the Christ consciousness. That was the Creator speaking through him, because he embodied that energy. And as we move through this galactic shift, we are embodying the energy of oneness. When we go into the new earth, we're going to embody our gifts. We're going to have superpowers. We're going to be able to levitate and instantly create things with our mind, with our thoughts. We're going to be able to manifest food. We're going to be able to manifest what we want. We're going to be able to travel instantaneously, and just like they did in the age of Atlantis, except back then it was twisted by the powers that be. And we can start to put one foot into the fifth dimension, into the new earth. We can start to embody and anchor in that energy. As light workers, we're here to anchor in these higher frequencies onto the earth. And that's why there's many of us that have incarnated different places of the planet, and we're creating a grid through our light, through us being incarnated in these different places. We've created a grid of light where we are all connected, and we are bringing in these higher frequencies, and these higher beings, these higher dimensional beings are working with us and working through us. And that's why so many of us light workers are being attacked by demonic and shadow entities. And that's why we have to protect our energy, do clearings, bringing in that love and light, putting a bubble of golden protection around you, a bubble of golden light, calling in Archangel Michael or Yeshua, or the lion beings, the Lyrans, the Pleiadians, whatever energies it is that you work with. Call them in and do clearings. Every time you meditate, every time you do a healing on somebody, call in your protective energy, because the darkness is going to be rearing their ugly heads right now. And it's important that we protect our energy. We can't control those people around us. We can't control the people or the circumstances around us. We can control our energy and what we do with it, what we bring into the planet. So ask yourself, how am I serving the collective? How am I serving this ascension? How can I bring in a higher existence for myself and for others? Are you living your highest purpose? Ask yourself these questions. Be aware of where you're focusing your energy. Right now is a very important time. We don't have much time left before all this goes down, and this shift is happening. With the information I'm getting from my sessions and other people that are receiving information through hypnosis sessions and quantum healing. And if you're paying attention to what's really going on, we don't have much time left before all these things start going on. That's why it's so important that we stay focused, we stay on our path. I'm seeing so many synchronicities and so many messages and so many numbers. Like every time I look at the clock, I'll see a number synchronicity, and like my dreams are becoming so much more lucid, and I'm getting so many messages, and the timelines are closing in, and there's so many. It all depends on our collective consciousness, how this shift happens. And the timelines, there is no saying when this will happen, because the timelines are shifting constantly. The timelines are not set in stone. And we can influence the timelines of our individual experience, but as we bring in that higher light, as we focus on love and light, we can affect the outcome of these timelines and contribute to the collective. When so many people focus on love and light, it makes a big impact on the world. You know, they have the Maharishi effect, where 7,000 people meditated. They got together and meditated on world peace, and I think like 70% of the crime went down over like that when they were doing that. And it's so important that so many of us go within and meditate, focus on love and light and raising our vibration. And that is how we affect the whole. That not by, we have to live in love. We have to love and light and be examples of that and not fear. We're here to be leaders in the new earth. And where you are right now, where you are is where you are meant to be. If you're at a job that you're not happy with, there's a reason why you are there. There's a reason why you're in that relationship that you're not happy, that you're not satisfied with. And go within, go be in this present moment and figure out why that is. And if you have free will, you can change that. But how we embody the energy of the new earth in the fifth dimension is being thankful for what you have in this present moment. Being thankful for this earth, for your body, being thankful for everything that you have and everything that is coming into your life, being in love and light. Connect with your heart. Connect with your breath. Your breath is spirit. When you inspire, you are in spirit. When you are connected with your heart, you are expanding your energy field. Your heart is 10 times more powerful. Your magnetic field in your heart, it creates a torsion field. It's thousands of times more powerful than your mind. When you tap into that, you are expanding your aura. You are expanding your energy field to encompass more love and light and to influence what is happening with the people around you. There's crazy times we're living in, but in this session that I did 2 days ago, you know, all they said is love and light, and they said you are never alone. There's always so many beings around you and working with you, but we can't perceive them yet. We're not ready for that yet. But as this event happens, as we move into the new earth, we're gonna have more awareness of our past lives and all the beings that are around us. The veils are gonna drop. The veils are gonna lift. The veils are coming down. So be aware of everything that is going on around you. Be aware of where you're feeding your energy. And know that everybody is on their own path and there's no judgment. We're not here to conform people to our way of being, our way of existence. It is their choice. It is all of our choice. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna be coming out with more videos like this, and much love and light to all of you. Peace.